I knew that was money as soon as Jackie Young got her puppies lined up. Wasn't going to find nothing but the bottom of the net.
As soon as the defender sagged just a bit, and Harris gets another chance.
That basketball from the time she crossed half court, she went and planted herself. You could see it in her eyes. She wanted the ball to come inside.
10 points for Asia Wilson. Harris on the drive.
Taurasi wanted a whistle, didn't get it, but will take the bucket.
And Taurasi is one player that will look to get volume shots and pick up on that.
Harris. You know, if you're going to leave are kind of going, all right, what can you do? I can do it better.
But the confidence that Cloud has when she does take the shot.
Ty Harris reverses
with the left. Kelsey Plum with 5 straight for the Aces to begin the action tonight.
Plum didn't play the last game. She's looking a little fresh tonight.
11th in the league in scoring, top 7.
Maker for Seattle, another person who can handle the ball, who can relieve pressure, who can guard multiple positions, and who can score. So I would really like to see her continue to stay knocking down threes. It really puts a lot of pressure on the defense. They have to guard them, which opens everything for dribble penetration inside.
Penetrates here and lays it home.
and that's why it was deemed a foul. I thought it was clean. It looked pretty good. Here's Mabry. Picked up by Atkins. Harris, baseline cut and the finish. I like this matchup with Dolson and Bree Jones. Staying connected to her. Harris 3 connects. So excited that she gets a chance to compete, and she's okay to do so health-wise. So Brittany Sykes making her way back to the floor. Harris.
Couple of buckets here tonight.
Foot behind the line that time. It will count as a 3. Down a 21-foot three-pointer earlier, but it's Harris with.
Well, you remember Stephanie was a part of the first team here as a player, and she said, reminded me that David Letterman's mother bought the first season ticket for Indiana Fever games. How about that?
Very cool, very fitting. He's in it. 2 of the 4 buckets for Connecticut from deep. Thomas surveys the landscape. Number 2 in the league in assists, hands it off. Harris is hot. There's the Sparks within 3. 3 seconds for Harris. Ty Harris with 1. Harris at the horn. Yeah! He's checked out some W games in Las Vegas at Michelob Ultra Arena, home of the Aces. Sun ball, Harris, and the foul!
Tanisha Wright telling me the other day that she got a virtual medal, so that's all that counts. They got the gold. Ty Harris first look, and it's bottom of the
run is the WBL at halftime or the third quarter. They were talking about the WNBA players who were in the building, Rusha Brown, Lynette Pearson, but Nancy Lieberman's lead.
And the Liberty lead by 6.
Sabrina's the current reigning Eastern Conference Player of the Month. She was the Player of the Month for June. And
her small concern coming into the year was Carrington bringing the energy as a starter. It's a lot easier when you're...
Right before the game about her making the Olympic team at the age of 32, and said just how proud she was. She's the consummate.
Discussed them in a while, but take away the paint and organize in transition and apply pressure on the defensive transition for Connecticut. Harris matches. Harris shot off the mark, and then Hines Allen turning it over right to the hands of Harris, and we are has it blocked from Bonner. Oh boy. Thomas on the kick to Harris. Harris getting in the paint.
After this in the pregame about mixing up rotations and patterns, and while a lot of times it is matchup based, there's been some different substitution patterns in this first half today.
absolutely, and she definitely said that, you know, as
Against Seattle, a standing ovation in the arena. Yeah, as soon as she came in,
Pretty special as Harris.
how about a 3? Improved ball handling by Asia Wilson makes her a playmaker. She faked that dribble handoff and kept it for herself.
That's a great point. It's changed how she can attack and be effective.
Connecticut's head coach, Coach White, she is imparting on her team that they need to defend isolation plays differently. They don't need to overreact. They just need to anticipate. They've got to
Even if we could only hold the ball for half a second in our hands before moving it, but a second is key, and spacing is massive as well to continue that balance, because then the defense has to pick its poison.
Good spacing here for Harris.
Coach Miller mentioned somebody else stepping up. We've seen Ari McDonald do that by getting to the basket. I'd like to see Kia Nurse get a couple more touches and try to be aggressive going to the rim.
Harris pull-up game is strong.
And not another one.
I say this is a regular afternoon for Alyssa Thomas, folks. I promise this is a regular day for AT.
Harris left open, back to...
The last possession, you saw Brianna Jones step into an open three. Well, the reason she was open in her career coming into this game, 3 of 16 from 3. It's not a part of what she does.
There you go. Harris very adept at making the three. Well, Jones with a tough bucket. And the lead is down to 3. Jones with 13. Harrison Thomas, a little empty corner game. Layup is good.
Maybe a top pick, perhaps, in next year's draft. I'm so excited she's coming back, though, for another year. Women's college basketball next year is going to continue to be elite. Paige Beckers, Juju Watkins, Hannah Hidalgo.
And in this one, DeWanna Bonner up to 7 rebounds. That gap is starting to tighten. Sun now -6 on the glass. Harris. Yep.
Loves to push tempo, and it starts on that end. Last year, they were number 1 in pace. If you ask any opposing coach what the assignment is, it's stop them in transition. Ty Harris, high level of difficulty for the bucket.
It's the patience for me to be able to get off that shot. But yes, attacking, trying to get some inside look and higher efficient shots for the Dream as they struggle very tight.
Copper, the league's leading scorer, just got her first point of the game.
That's a testament to Connecticut's defense. They're really trying to make people uncomfortable.
Dynamic duo that was drafted together, her and Angel Reese, along with Elizabeth Williams. Isabel Harrison's back on the bench today. Down low, it's going to be an and one up.
To be looking for her shot. You can see Clark frustrated that Smith was unable to grab that pass, led her just a little too much, and that's something that Clark talked about with us as Harris knocks down